My name is Heidi, and I'm from the Twin Cities, but I lived overseas for like 9 years, so home is complicated.
Oh, okay. Where
But
overseas?
I lived in Jordan in the Middle East. My parents were missionaries.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So what was your connection to Woodland?
I heard about Soma through Sojourners House Church. To backtrack like a year, I had classes at Bethel University with Kevin's son, Josiah Callahan, and Josiah and I were chatting one day, and he told me about house church, and I was like, that sounds super cool. Can I come visit? So I visited his house church, which was Sojourners West House Church, about a year ago, and it just never left. So, and then I heard about Soma through that, and then ended up applying, and here I am.
What about Soma were you like, oh yeah, that's the place for me?
Yeah, I first heard about it when Kevin first announced it at a learning community event. And when I first heard about it, I was like, this sounds so cool. Like, I totally want to do that. But yeah, it was kind of a journey for me to actually end up coming here. But I'd been considering for a while, like, it'd be fun to do an internship, maybe with like YWAM or IHOP or something. And so Soma seemed like a really good thing that I had been wanting to do for a while, something along those lines. And then it was like in the city where I was living, and so yeah, and it was like connected with the house church that was like my family by then, so it was really cool.
So tell me a little bit about that journey that you went to get here.
Yeah, well, so yeah, I first heard about Soma and house church continued to become more and more like family for me, because my parents they live in Pennsylvania, so I don't have like any immediate family in the area, and so house church was really becoming like my family. And I was trying to figure out, because I graduated from Bethel at the end of May, and so I was trying to figure out what am I going to do after I graduate, classic questions. And then yeah, I kept going back and forth and like, I want to do Soma, but should I apply? Like, is it going to work out? Like, is the money going to work out? And then like a month before my graduation, I decided I'm going to apply for Soma, and then a family from my house church offered for me to live with them over the summer, so I had housing in the cities, so I could stay in the cities. And then over the summer, I worked and saved up for Soma, and yeah, it all worked out, and I was able to come. So I am so happy to be here.
And what are your initial first impressions of Soma?
Of Soma? Well, I would say at the opening retreat, I was super excited and also kind of like, what have I gotten myself into, I was like, none of us really know what's going to happen, But as time has gone on, like, I have like fallen in love with Soma hardcore. Like, I love it. I could honestly say it's like the best decision of my life so far. So there's nowhere else I would rather be. So yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
So did you have expectations coming in?
It's kind of funny because I think I did in a sense, but the things that I'm actually like learning and experiencing are kind of different than what I was expecting. Like, I was expecting like to get a bunch of theology training and Bible teaching and stuff, which I'm definitely getting, but I also studied Bible and theology at Bethel, so I kind of have that base in a sense. And so I wasn't realizing how much I was going to learn about community through Soma and also learn about myself. It's been really good for me to be outside of a like traditional academic setting, still be sort of in like a school-ish structure, but also be able to like discover different facets of myself that have kind of lied dormant for the past 23 years because I was so focused on school and like being a good student and stuff. So kind of a cool part of my journey of like discovering more of myself and who Jesus has made me to be. So yeah.
Can you give us an example of something you feel like you learned about yourself?
Yeah, I guess I'm pretty introverted, and so I've like am aware that I need like downtime to recharge and stuff, and I still do. But since being in Soma, I have been like spending more time with people than I normally have. And at first I was like, am I just going to get super burnt out? Like, am I just going to be exhausted all the time? But I've discovered that I have more capacity than I think I do. And just learning how much I love being around people and investing in relationships has been really cool for me. Yeah.
Have there been any disappointments or things that you felt let down?
Like from Soma?
Yeah, any part of the experience.
I would say the hardest part of this year, because it's the first year, is that we're all very spread out geographically, like in terms of where we live, and like all of us live at least like 20 minutes away from Beacon and at least like 20 minutes away from each other. And so we recognize that like in future years, hopefully like all the students will be housed closer together and stuff. And so this year, we have kind of had to navigate like, how do we all get us to one place when like we don't all have cars, and like just factoring in travel time and stuff, you know? So honestly, that's like the only like thing that's I feel like has been exceptionally difficult. And I mean, as you're in community longer with people, there's like disagreements and conflicts that come up, but as a community, I feel like we're learning really well how to navigate those well and really come together and be a family and a community, so it's pretty cool.
Has there been anything that has happened that has really made you laugh?
Oh yeah, definitely. But when people ask me that, I'm really bad at thinking of it off the top of my head. So I'm sure that there's many other people that will be able to give you like multiple examples of that.
What has been one of the topics that has been interesting or has grabbed your attention?
I think our 2-week module on spiritual warfare has probably been the most impactful one for me so far, because I had a pretty good knowledge base of spiritual warfare based on like some of my past experiences and like past learning I've had in that area, but the spiritual warfare module in Soma really helped fill in the gaps and like give me a more enhanced and like balanced understanding of it, and I'm really grateful for that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd want to say?
Not really, not today.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I got one.
Yeah.
What's your hope? But you gotta talk to Emily.
Oh, that's a good question. What's my hope, like, for Soma? Yeah, I love that question. Sorry, I may need a minute.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think my hope for Soma, one of my biggest hopes, is to continue to discover who I want to become and work towards becoming that person, and not feel that I need to become someone who meets like particular people's expectations, but really discern like how Jesus is leading me moving forward. I have no idea what I'm going to do after Soma, and I'm trying not to worry or focus on that too much, but really be in the present and enjoy this season, because I have a feeling that I'm not going to have any other season of my life like Soma, you know? And so I really just want to soak it in and just learn as much as I can, grow as much as I can, and trust that Jesus is going to guide the next step when it's time for that. So, yeah.
Great. Thank you.